families. This week on Community Chat, we are speaking with Kylie Kroeplin, agency owner of Goosehead Insurance. Kylie is literally in the business of protecting families. She's the first person her insureds reach out to if they have suffered serious injuries in motor vehicle collisions or devastation to their house. She understands the devastating consequences this can have on families. She understands the need for sufficient insurance coverage and the devastating effects if you don't have it. Kylie has a fascinating journey that makes her relatable, credible, and authentic. We are here to discuss her journey, what it is like to be a client or employee of Goosehead Insurance, and a training tidbit for the community. She's my friend. I appreciate her and love her dearly. Welcome, Kylie. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate this. And what a great opportunity to be on your podcast. Actually, a true honor, to be honest. Yes, thank you. I'm really excited for this.
Well, what I want you to share is that there are tons of insurance agents out there, but what's really important is that people understand that, this person is reliable, credible, and has some authority to really give me the best advice possible relating to either my car insurance, my home insurance, or personal insurance. And so I would love you to talk about your journey, how you got into this, and why protecting families is really your main focus.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to take it all the way back to high school. I've always been coached and played sports my whole life, and I loved just how my coaches influenced me growing up. After high school, I decided to go to college, and being in college, I was like, well, what do I want to be when I grow up? And I think the biggest thing that stuck out was to become a teacher, because I knew that if I was able to teach, and then I could be involved with kids, and then also being able to coach those kids as I was influenced growing up. Just having that impact on a child's life that I was impacted with, I think that just made such a huge difference with me. And I wanted to portray that with somebody else. It's a true passion to be able to help people, guide them. And I think that's where it led me to become wanting to become a teacher. Of course, going through college, I finally finished. I was actually able to bartend throughout my way of school to help pay for school. And I kind of ended up sticking with bartending and not going into teaching. It was a lot quicker money. And I just loved the environment of being able to be that bartender and make that, quick, fast cash. So I finally met my husband, and we decided we wanted to start a family. And starting a family on a bartending career was not going to be a career to be able to become a mother. And I was able to then, 15 years later, get my first desk job. It was an 8 to 5 in an insurance agency. And I was the front desk girl, answering the phones, reading through policy jackets that are 60 to 80 pages that every client gets in the mail. Completely nerding myself out. And I just fell in love because it's very similar to how the agency owner at that time was answering his phone calls and talking through, his clients and his clients' issues and problems and changes. And I just kept listening to him, and I just kept repeating, this is very similar to when I was younger, listening to my coach talk to us as a team. He was educating them, he was teaching them, but he was also coaching them through those coverages that they did have to pay for. And so I kind of built myself up within that agency, became an agent, and decided about 4 years ago to open my own. So here I am.
And I think that's fantastic because it's not only the fact that you love to educate people, but also that bartending experience is completely relevant. It's anybody that's in the customer service industry growing up has a phenomenal skill set to be able to talk to not only their employees, but their customers. And you truly have that. So the whole journey is what makes you just credible, have that authority, and, be a reliable person in this industry to talk to. And what we always like to say at our law firm is the way that you run our law firm is the same way that you're going to treat your clients, right? There's not really a disconnect. And you are a phenomenal agency owner. You have lots of people that are getting their first steps into this career, and you kind of, the same way that you're successfully running your Goosehead agency, you're also having great clients and great client satisfaction. So talk to us about what is it like to work at Goosehead with you as the agency owner, and also what is it like to be your client, to which I am a client of yours.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this because it's okay. I just want to go back to it's okay to not be a client. And the reason I say that is because there are so many options for everyone to have insurance and where they can go for their insurance. And I think that the important thing that sticks out for me is that I am always going to be honest with you. It's okay to have State Farm. It's okay to have USAA. They have wonderful commercials. But I think what sets a Goosehead client apart is that I'm going to be that first person that tells you what that best option is. I want to be able to talk you through those coverages that you have to pay for. Even if you are just a renter or just a homeowner or you own 10 investment properties, I want to be able to go through all of those insurance packages and premiums that you are required to pay for and make sure that you are in understanding of those coverages that you are paying for, and B, that you are happy with it and that you understand that, because I think that's what sets myself apart. And that just goes back to that coaching and the teaching and those wonderful influences that I've had in my life, is that it truly is important to educate and to talk with your clients, even with all of the options that they do have. Now, as far as being, an employee with Goosehead Insurance and with my agency, I'm very similar back to that teaching and the coaching, is that I'm going to pump you up. I want, people that are going to work hard and that just, not only want to, of course, make money, but I want to be able to push you. I want to be able to get the best out of you, because I see that in a lot of people. And that just kind of goes back to, why I care so much about what I do.
Well, that's fantastic. And you really do a phenomenal job educating people at any level. So if it's someone that maybe has no clue on what they need for car insurance or homeowners insurance, you are good talking to them at that level. I literally do this for a living, day in and day out, looking at car insurance policies, all of that. And you were able to talk to me about what I needed. And so it really goes to the broad spectrum of kind of what is needed. And you really can talk to them where they're at. And I think that is phenomenal. And also, you've done a great job with educating people recently, especially in Colorado, on homeowners insurance and making sure that they have the right coverage necessary. And so, what I would love to do then is, since you're such a great teacher, let's jump into some kind of trading tidbit. Is there something that just really sticks out to you that if you could tell the public, that they should be on alert for? What is it?
100%. I think the biggest thing is to pull out your policy right now that you are paying for and look at it. Send me a picture of it. Just, ask questions to your agent, because the more questions that you ask, the more that you understand for those coverages that you do have. Not every agent is going to walk you through that. And my hopes is that they have somebody in their office that's being able to educate you on those coverages. Because it is a piece of paper and it is a piece of mail that you may just throw away, and it's a bill that comes out of your checking account every month. But take a look at it, review it. Every single year, you should definitely review your policy, especially because of the underinsured Marshall Fire clients, the underinsured drivers that we have specifically here in Colorado. We have some of the highest rates in the United States. So you are going to pay a hefty premium, but just make sure that you understand that premium that you're paying for.
Absolutely. And I do think you should go line by line, because I can't tell you how many catastrophic clients I've had that they don't have what's called underinsured motorist protection. They don't have medical payments. And if you pull up their policy, it's going to say it was rejected. They have no idea that they
Correct.
rejected these things, and how devastating it is to their case. And so just going line by line, and if you honestly do not know what each line item means, then Kylie's the perfect person to talk to. No pressure at all. And I can tell you from experience that she can really explain this to you guys. And so I
Thank
thank
you.
you, Kylie, for everything. If you are interested
Absolutely.
in maybe getting into this as a profession, would want to chat with Kylie about maybe working with her at her agency, or if you want to be a client and talk to her about just a review of the policy, what's the best way to reach you, Kylie?
Absolutely. Call me, text me. My direct cell phone number is the best way. I will send you my contact information so that you can just list it. If it's email, if you don't want to, jump on the phone, and texting is the best for your workday, please don't hesitate. I mean, I live right here in the community, and I'm always happy just to go over any coverages, questions that you do have so that we can, help and guide you through that process.
Fantastic. And I will include all of her contact information in the show notes. So thank you so much, Kylie, for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate it.